invitation of a 3-day virtual faculty development program on transformation of pedagogies in English language and communication skills. And it's my duty to welcome Dr. Shet ma'am to address the gathering with her welcome address. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I, Dr. Ishrat Jahan, Department of English, on behalf of Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management, welcome you all for this 3-day FDP on transformation of pedagogies in English language and communication skills. I take privilege to call our HOD, Department of Humanities and Science, Dr. A.S. Pradeep sir, and guest Harihar sir Iyer for this session. HITAM, our college is an autonomous college affiliated to Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University. It is accredited by NAC with A+ grade and NBA and approved by AICTE. Our college was founded in 2001 under Royal Educational Society. HITAM believes that nurturing nature is the best way to promote creativity. We are the first green campus in India to be awarded a silver rating. The teaching of English, like other disciplines, is undergoing an unprecedented paradigm shift today for enhancing the excellences of academics. The new scenario poses several challenges to teachers and students. In this context, there is a need to ensure that skills of English language communication are being imparted to all students sufficiently, so as to enable them to acquire communicative competence. This has propelled the English language communication and its teaching fraternity to new frontier of English language teaching, assessment, and evaluation. This FDP will highlight the latest trends and also elevating the awareness through hands-on practice of English language teaching. It is related to research and also consider the manifold aspects of problems, paradoxes inherent in English language competencies and the connection between teaching and research. It is practiced in engineering college today. The program will also emphasize very pertinent themes such as co-division, communication, skills, material production, evaluation strategies, tools, outcome-based education, systematic literature review for publishing papers and other related matters. With such words, I would like to invite the HOD Department of Humanities and Science, Dr. A.S. Srinivas Pradeep sir, to enlighten us with his golden words. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ishrat. Very good morning, one and all. I am Srinivas Pradeep, HOD of Humanities and Sciences Department of this prestigious institute, Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management, which is located at Hyderabad. It gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of this great event. I congratulate the Department of English for organizing such a beautiful event, a 3-day FDP on transformational pedagogies in English language and communication skills, which is the very basic need of the time. So I expect a very healthy discussions will take place during the 3 days, and all the participants will get benefit from this 3-day FDP. I wish you all success. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words. And the time has come to introduce our resource person of the first session. Now I request Dr. Rajalakshmi to introduce the speaker of the first session, Mr. Harihar Iyer, founder of HSSE, to us.
Yeah, a warm welcome to everyone to HITAM FDP program. It is a pleasure to me to introduce Hariharan sir. Hariharan Iyer is a founder and chief mentor of HSSE. He has invented a psychological tool incorporating holisticness and also instruments, that is CHI. He also developed a unique energy assessment tool called Known Your Energy Y-Rays system, that is KEYS, activated us. He is an ASTIP from USA, and also in recognition of the different works he has done to the people. Rex Karmavira Global Fellowship Award, and also it's in bronze, and he is going to discuss about the pedagogy for OBE, outcome-based learning, to some well-known competitions for whom he has also recognized. He has been awarded many times, and today we are going to take his ideas related to pedagogies and also outcome-based learning. I welcome you, sir. A warm welcome to you,
Thank you.
to FDP program.
Thank you very much. First of all, thanks a lot for the invitation. And it is such an amazing honor to have an opportunity to address people of your caliber and kind of an audience. I just want to say that I am not an academician like all of you. I am a corporate trainer and I'm an entrepreneur. So, however, I have the academic person is there in my heart. I'm an academician at heart. I enrolled for a PhD program, but I did not pursue it. Okay, so and I'm basically a postgraduate in politics from Bombay University, and I had only one dream in life, which was to become a college lecturer. But once I actually got the job, I did not quite enjoy it for whatever reason. And then I thought that, my path is different, and I moved on from there. Then I became a journalist, and I was a journalist for 6 years, but my passion was always to do speaking, training. And that's how I got back to my core area, which is training, in 2001. And I worked for a couple of organizations. And I was in the life insurance industry. And before that, I was with an education company. And then since 2009, I started HSSC, Hariharan School of Success Education. I'm based in Mumbai, and I'm absolutely delighted today to get this opportunity. It was a very nervy kind of a project for me. Because once I accepted it, I said, "What are you doing? You're going to talk to some fantastic intellectuals who are academicians. They deal with students on a daily basis. You are more of a corporate trainer. So what are you going to deliver?" So I hope I can add some value to all of you by the end of this session. Before that, I just need a wonderful good morning from all of you so that I know that you're with me. You could unmute and say a good morning, or you could put it in the chat so that I know you're with me. Let's try and make this as engaging and
good morning, sir.
Active as possible. Good morning. Good morning. And I request all of you not to be a faculty, at least for my session. Be like a student. Yeah. So if you can bring in that student energy, and you can bring in the you want to play some pranks like students in between, that's also permitted. No problem, because now you're a student and I am the teacher. So if at all you felt like, I want to get an opportunity to become a student, sometimes this is the opportunity for all of you. So just be a student, and let's enjoy ourselves over the next hour and a half or so. And I'm going to try and share some very interesting learnings with all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also I request that please make liberal use of the chat box. You can make notes as I speak, and I'll be running a presentation, because that will help me to share my thoughts in a structured way. You can make notes. You can ask questions in the chat if you want, or you can put your observations in the chat. If you feel like asking a question in between, you may do so. But if I feel I want to take it up a little later, then I will do that accordingly, or I can take it as we go along. The only request is some Zoom hygiene rules, as we are all aware of. When you're not speaking, please be on mute, and try to be on video as much as possible so that we can see one another. And thank you once again for joining me this morning, and for giving me the opportunity to present some thoughts with you today on the pedagogies that ma'am just spoke about. And I've tried to give it a very different feel. I'm trying to bring in the real world experience for all of us, so that you are also able to kind of communicate in that way with these millennial kids. We're all dealing with these amazing millennial kids, and how you can make them life ready, right? So I'm just going to start my presentation here, and then we'll get going from there. So if you can just tell me whether the screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So as you know, my name is Hari. So we're going to, first of all, as a warm-up, we're going to look at few things in a hurry first. So when we look at a few things in a hurry, and then we will come to the main session. Okay. So we are all aware of Bloom's taxonomy, right? So it's a cognitive domain. It helps us understand learning as a process. So which essentially talks about remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So we don't have to really get into that. We are all aware of Bloom's taxonomy. Now, there is one interesting model which is called as Kirkpatrick model. So I'm going to share with you a couple of models which I used in the corporate world, but which are also applicable in the academia today. Because as you see, as we are all aware, today academia also are talking about results. They're talking about success. They're talking about achievements. And parents have a lot of expectations from institutions where they admit their children for. So the Kirkpatrick model talks about reaction of the learner and what are the thoughts on that on the learning on the learning curriculum in the classroom or in the training program. Then it talks about learning and increase in knowledge from the training program. What kind of behavioral change happens once you apply that knowledge, in your life? And after the application of that knowledge and the behavior change, what kind of results that the learner gets out of the learning, right? So as an institution, as an academic institution, you are also interested in ensuring students get the right kind of results. So they need to either top the class, or they need to score well, they need to get placed well, they need to get good placements, because that's a measure of whether the institution is enabling their further growth path in life. Now let's go one step ahead of this. It's not just results in terms of from a learner's perspective. There is Phillips' ROI methodology, which again talks about reaction, similar to the Kirkpatrick model. It also talks about reaction. It also talks about learning. It also talks about behavioral impact. It also talks about results, but it goes one step further and says, what is the return on training investment? So in the corporate parlance, we call it as ROTI, return on training investment. In your case, you may want to call it as ROLI, a return on learning investment. So today, parents are looking at, I'm going to pay X amount of fees for my children. Then what is the return on that investment for me? Are they going to get good placements? Are they going to become successful in their careers? What kind of molding that is going to happen from the teachers and the lecturers and the professors? What kind of molding will they receive from the institution? What kind of culture they will imbibe? They are all looking at that. And of course, they're looking at a return on training investment in terms of money, in terms of commercial. So that's a fact of life. So when we go to corporates and we do training programs, this is the first question that is asked. We are going to invest money in conducting a workshop. What's the return on investment for us? There is a venue cost, there is a faculty cost, there is a material cost, there is a time cost. Because if they were not in the classroom learning, then they would be doing some work. So that's an opportunity cost for me. Right? So we looked at Bloom's taxonomy, we looked at the Kirkpatrick model, we looked at Phillips' ROI methodology. Now, what does the new education policy of 2020 say, which has a direct bearing on this faculty development project that is happening right now, the faculty development program that's happening right now? So they want a reduction in curriculum to core concepts, and the policy states that curricular content will be reduced to enhance essential learning and critical thinking, and greater focus will be on experiential learning. Can somebody tell me why is experiential learning very important? You can unmute and speak, or you can put it in the chat. What is the importance of experiential learning, and what does it mean actually? Yes, can I have some good responses now? I wanted to wear the student hat and start responding like a student. What is the meaning of experiential learning? Okay, learning through experience. Okay, so that relates to our life. But what does experiential learning mean in the classroom, or even through virtual learning, which is what we have been doing in the last 2 years? What does it mean? Maybe I can hear some voices.
Hariharan sir, it is based on existing knowledge.
It's based on existing knowledge. Okay. Okay. What else?
Like whatever being required, or like the necessity is required, whatever it is, which depends the situation as well as the learning process.
Okay. Okay, great. What else? What is
Practical
the
learning?
Sorry?
Practical learning.
Practical learning. So what do we mean by practical learning?
Learning through practice in the classroom or outside.
Learning through practice. Yes, learning through practice. Yeah, experiential learning helps develop emotional intelligence, hands-on experience. Excellent. Right? So, okay, let me ask you another question. When you were a student, and now when you are dealing with students, is there a difference? Is there a difference? When you were a student and now when you're dealing with the students? Yes. Okay. What's the difference? And how small or big is the difference? Is it a very minor difference, or it is a vast difference?
I think everyone
has some voices. Yeah.
I think everyone, they want to stand out in the crowd of mediocrity.
Yes, they want to stand out in the crowd. They are more competitive. Yeah. What else? We were all nice kids, whatever our parents told us, we listened to them. Even if we did not agree, we did not talk back. Maybe we privately cribbed and complained, but we moved on in life and we generally did what they asked us to do. And they didn't have too much expectations from us. But today, parents also expect a lot, and students also expect a lot from themselves. Am I right in saying this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is there a difference in the shift in attitude, shift in worldview, shift in the way they look at life, the way they look at the country, shift in the way they want to experience life, and shift in the way they want to use money? What did we do when we got our first salary? The first earning that we got, what did we do? Anybody would like to share what you did with your first salary?
First of all,
Went to a trip.
I know it was embarrassingly low when you compare it with today's times, but what did you do with that? Huh?
For first salary, we have to planning for divided.
Okay. What else? Generally, what were we doing when we got our first salary?
Savings, for house rent or for EMIs, we have to do separate
we gifted it to parents. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Or yes, as somebody said, you utilized it for some household expenses. Today's kids, when they get their first salary, what they do? They go and buy an iPhone. They go and buy a smartphone. You see, what I love about this generation is they think about themselves first. They let me be happy. And I'm not calling that, it's not selfish. You know, they want to be happier. It's their money. They earned it. They went and bought something for themselves. We have to think 50 times before we gift something to ourselves, as if it is some crime to buy a gift for yourself. So where is the challenge in faculty development today? As a faculty, the context has completely changed. So the question to be asked is, are we ready for the change? And are we ready to adapt to the change? And are we ready to look at this as an opportunity and become younger in life? Because these kids, they keep you on your toes all the time. So I welcome you to there's a slideshow. Yeah. So we looked at the new education policy, and why is this new education policy designed in this way? Because they started to realize that the country is changing, the demographics are changing. We have the highest youth population in the country. And our education system and curriculum needs to adapt. And we are dealing with a more restless generation whose span of attention is very limited. So we got to make our learning experiential. We got to make it discussion based. We got to make it activity based. We've got to make it interactive. So welcome to my session, which is called as Teaching Ain't Telling, Getting Millennials Life Ready. What does this mean? And as you can see from my name, I hold a registered trademark for a term called as the Enter Trainer. So I'm India's only Enter Trainer. So my job is to ensure that training is entertaining. So today I want to share with you some ideas in terms of how you can make your teaching also entertaining. Will that be useful? If you got some ideas today in terms of how you can make your classrooms more entertaining in terms of the knowledge, you still stay within the curriculum, you still complete the portions on time. I know there are a lot of other pressures on you. There are some government rules to be followed. There are classroom timings to be followed. You handle large number of students in a class. I know all that. Despite that, if you are able to make your classes more exciting, more interesting, and more entertaining and more fun, do you think those will be good takeaways for you from this session? Can I have a yes or a yes in the chat box? Can you please mention yes or a yes in the chat box? I mean, there is no option there. Yeah, I can see Anand sir smiling. So yes, thank you. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So teaching ain't telling. What does this mean? What is the meaning of teaching is not telling? Can I have some voices here, or I can have some responses in the chat? Dr. Rajalakshmi, if nobody responds, I'm going to catch you.
You can.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a response in inbox.
Yeah, but I would like to hear some voices also. What is the meaning of teaching is not telling? What does it mean?
Sir,
Telling is something with, yeah. Please, ma'am, you can continue.
Sir, actually teaching is an interaction, main interaction rather than a monopoly of teaching.
Correct. It's not a monologue, right? So you're not just standing there and delivering something and people are listening. Those days are over.
Interaction with the students is always needed, and In the teaching learning methodology, we must have some innovative methods so that without any conventional teaching, we are going with the blended learning.
Absolutely. We're going with blended learning. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. So let's look at what's there in store for you. So what is the objective of this session? By the end of the session, you would have received orientation on the tech model for providing excellence in learning. But before I go to that, there is one more model I wanted to share with you, which is very interesting and useful. You can make a note of this. This is Robert Gagney's 9 events of instruction. And the reason I want to share you right now is because we'll see in the later part of my session how we can actually apply this model. So once we know what needs to be done, I will be sharing with you how you need to do it. So what is Robert Gagney's 9 events of instruction? Gain attention of the students, inform students of the objective, stimulate recall of prior learning, present the content, provide learning guidance, practice the learning guidance, provide learning guidance, elicit performance, which is practice, provide feedback, assess performance, and enhance retention and transfer. So it's a cycle, right? So I begin the session. By the end of the session, by the end of my class, I should have ensured that I have been able to transfer the knowledge or the skill to my students. Now, how you can achieve all this with the help of the tech model is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, so we looked at what needs to be done, and now I'm getting into how you can achieve this, how you can make your classes more engaging. That's what Robert Gagney's model is all about. It talks about how you can make classes more engaging. How can you make it more interactive? How can you ensure that there is some kind of a learning measurement that's happening? So you know that the transfer of the learning has taken place, right? So for this, we can apply the tech model for providing excellence in learning. Right. Okay. Now, what are going to be your key takeaways? You will get to know about the Millennial Connect. I'll talk about, I already spoken to you about a few pedagogies in the beginning. There is one more that I will be sharing with you as we go along. And that is very defining, very interesting. Maybe you already know it, but it's about how we can apply it in a very systematic manner and in an interesting manner. And then, of course, we look at the road ahead. Okay. Now, this little session is divided into 3 sections. The first section is what millennials don't want. Who are millennials? Millennials are those who are typically born in the 1980s. That is what we call as the older generation millennials. Now, a millennial definition itself has evolved to Gen X, Gen Y, so on and so forth. Okay. But we're typically talking about students who who are, say, in their, who are the teens or in their early 20s or in their 20s. These are typically the millennials we're talking about. This also comprises the largest workforce in our country. So we look at what they don't want. Secondly, we look at what they want. And then we will look at the tech model. So before I share what they don't want from my perspective, can I have some responses in the chat? Or you have some voices here. What do you think millennials don't want? Yes. What do you think they don't want? So can I have some responses in the chat? I'm going to keep you guys absolutely busy. Yeah, they don't want lecturing. ज्ञान मत बांटो, हमारे पास बहुत ज्ञान है. Yeah, so no lecturing. Okay, what else? What else? That's all they don't want. Is that all they don't want? My God, they're such a simple generation to deal with in that case. I actually find them very complex. Yes, sir. Anand, sir. No
Actually,
writing work.
they're always entertainment, and we should know how to persuade them.
Okay, okay. Communication is of essence. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, thank you, sir. What else? What else? Come on, guys, you need to participate with me. I am your teacher and you are my students right now. They don't want assignments. Absolutely. They don't want assignments. Of course.
Sir,
Yes.
It is a learner-centric process. They
want to have a
learner-centric process.
they want to have a learner-centric process, not a teacher-centric process.
Yes. And
Yeah, very good.
require a knowledge and they want to do with a skill and ethics is also, behavior is also very, very important when they are assessing the work.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you. They need instant learning. Instant food, instant money, instant relationships, and instant learning. Yeah. Wow. Wonderful. What else?
Sir, they don't want a tough evaluation.
They don't want tough evaluation. Yeah, I think last 2 years that they had the best of their time because they all knew I'm going to be passed. I'm not going to be given tough assessments, you know, and you were not even aware of whether which student was really concentrating, not concentrating when the sessions are happening online. But I can tell you that many of them did not quite enjoy that because you're missing human interaction, right? Yeah. So, what else? Excellent.
21st century skills like creativity, critical thinking, communication and collaboration, they require all these things more than writing the exams and without a conventional method. They more need industry engagements because nowadays industries are more frequently asking for the students who are capable of doing the this work, not their regular BTech degree or an MTech degree. Other than the degree, what they require, what are the skill set they require.
Absolutely. Excellent. Excellent. So that's what the new education policy is saying. No? Give them those essential skills, not just the theoretical knowledge, which is what my little session is all about. Trying to help you to get some concepts right in terms of, see, you already know all this. It's just a reiteration, right? So, so we together, we need to create a more life-ready and an industry-ready student. So let's look at some very interesting observations that I have here. What millennials don't want. You look at this girl's expression. She's angry if you do all these things. They don't want lectures and downloads. As you rightly said, they want that human interaction. They want people around them. They want to talk to each other. So they don't want just academics. They don't want just theories. They want to know how I can apply it in my real life. Will it fetch me money? Will it get me a good job? You know, will I be able to take my girlfriend or boyfriend out for a date with the money I earn? Will I be rich enough to do all that? They don't want long drawn moral lessons. Oh my God, that's something they run away from. Don't tell me about ethics, morality, how, you know, if you watch Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, Atmaram Tukaram Bhide Ka Zamana, you know, don't tell me all that, how you were as a parent, how your parents were, how you were as a kid. You know, so they don't want long drawn moral lessons. Yes, you can give them those moral lessons. And one of the things that I noticed with this generation is also, many of them are far more upright than us. You know, they have more courage than us. They have the ability to stand up for something that they strongly believe in. That's quite amazing. Yeah. So what do they want? See, these are the things they don't want. What do they want? They want less pressure and more celebration. What does this mean? What does this mean? Less pressure, more celebration. I'll keep putting off the PPT sometimes, coming and talking and then go back to the PPT. They want less pressure, more celebration. What does that mean? Can I have some responses, please? Anand sir, what is the meaning of less pressure, more celebration?
Actually, we have to teach whatever they need without any pressure. Like we should entertain them. It's very important. And we should know how to persuade them also, along with real-time examples. Then only they will accept us like a good teacher.
Absolutely, absolutely. They don't want to be told, what will happen to you when you grow up, what is the future, what will happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We are a generation brought up with worry, security, securing the future. These kids want to live the moment. They want to enjoy life here and now. So I'm not saying everything about them is right, but I'm just trying to share with you what they actually are. That's what. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, they don't want hard work. Yeah, they're looking at smart work all the time. And some of them, I remember once I was delivering a lecture in one of the management institutes, and one student asked me a question. He asked me, sir, what is good? What is better, hard work or smart work? My answer was very spontaneous, and I said, first you have to work. It is not about hard work or smart work. First start working. Then we'll figure out which is better, hard work or smart work. So that was a very interesting answer to a very interesting question. Okay. So now let's look at what else. They want to be treated as an equal. You see, this girl is happy now. In the previous slide, she was very angry. Now she's very happy. Why? Because if you treat her as an equal, she's very happy. They want a consultative, not an instructive approach. Many of us who are parents here will realize this. When you're dealing with your children at home, you just can't make them sit down and give them a long lecture. After 2 minutes, they'll be on their WhatsApp. They'll ignore you. They want parents to treat them and teachers to treat them as an equal and adopt a more consultative approach and not an instructive approach. They want a friend. They don't want a teacher or a parent. They want a friend. And I'm telling you, I'm going to share with you how you can be friends with them. It's wonderful whenever I get an opportunity to talk to students, and I look forward to such an opportunity. If I can come down to Hyderabad and, regale your students, it will be a wonderful opportunity. Then it's beautiful to be a friend with them because they always keep you on your toes. They're high on energy, high on celebration. They can break into a song, they can break into a dance, at any given point of time. They're all the time sharing, celebrating, and they make you young. They keep you youthful. And most importantly, the millennial generation, they want to have the freedom to choose. They don't want to be told, this is what you have to do with your life. This is the course you have to attend. This is the college you must go to. This is the person you must get married to. No. They want to have the freedom to choose. Any thoughts on this? Is it interesting so far? Is it interesting so far? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good. Thank you.
Sir.
I always give 3 options. Yes, no, maybe.
Obviously, you are given yourself like entertainer.
Entertainer, absolutely. Absolutely. Right? Yeah. Now we're going to get into something very interesting here. Okay. Which is the tech model. Now we come to the tech model. the concrete takeaway for you from this session. What is the tech model? I use the word tech because I thought your Institute of Technology and Management. So I said, let me use the word tech there. So tech is talk the millennial language. So how to talk the millennial language? We'll come to that. I think that's the highlight of today's session. It's very interesting. You learn many new words from these kids, you know. E is engaging learning systems. How you can create more engaging learning systems. Customized communication. We'll look at an interesting model here. And H is holistic development. What is your and my responsibility as a teacher, as a trainer, as a facilitator? It's not just a job. It's much more than a job. So we'll talk about that as we go along. Right? Okay. So let's look at the millennial language. I love this. We say relax, but they say chill, man. Chill. They don't use the word relax. They use the word chill. We say you're my friend. They say he is my dude. You know, and they treat dads also like dudes. They say he's not my dad, he's my dude, you know. We say brother. They say bro. Hey bro, what are you doing, man? Where are you these days? You know, so I don't know how many times in a day they use this word bro. We say intelligent. They say smart. They want to be smart, not just intelligent. Smartphones. It can get you anywhere, anytime, and it can fetch you anything from anywhere. We say he's my best friend, but they say this is my BFF. Any idea what is BFF? I can see Anand sir shaking his head. Anand sir, what is BFF?
I think best friend. I'm not, sure about the one more F, sir.
What is that other F for?
Best friend forever.
Ah, absolutely. Thank you. It is best friend forever. So they'll not say this is my best friend. He or she is my BFF. You know, they use short words. They use the short terms. We say television. They say OTT or app. I'll watch it on OTT or I'll watch it on this app. We say, let's ask how to go there. They say, let's simply Google. Why don't you want to go around? You know, I still find it very funny. I'm so comfortable asking 5 people for direction rather than switching on the map, which is the smarter and the easier thing to do. It is just the way we are brought up. We say taxi. They say Uber or Ola. We say, let's visit this place. They say, let's explore this place. We say, let's talk. Yeah. What is there in talking? Let's chat. So, this is again very interesting. We say dosa. They say pasta. Udupi hotels are so boring. Let's eat pasta. We say camera cheese, na? They actually have the cheese. They love to have the cheese. We say health. They say fitness. We say restaurant and they say cafe. We say cutting chai. They will say cappuccino. So, do you find this millennial language interesting?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever tried calling one of your students and say, hey, dude, come here, what's up? What's up, man? Maybe he will be in shock for 5 minutes. And what happened to you? You can show, and I attended one dude session right now. His name is Hariharan Iyer. An absolute dude here. To use that language with them now. So what are you guys eating these days? So they say dosa, you say pasta. Let's have pasta. Why want to eat dosa? Okay, let's put some pasta inside the dosa. That's also okay. You see, my daughter, she has friends and they go to, so I ask her, so she says, I'm going out for dinner today with my friends. I said, okay, where are you going? So she says 145. I said, nobody has dinner at 145. And then she said, Papa, that is the name of the restaurant. I said, wow, what a name. You know, so you got different kinds of creative cuisine today. And they will, you know, you and me go to some of these stylish restaurants, the happening restaurants, as they call it. The millennials call it the happening places. You will not know what to order because you're not familiar with the menu. But they will tell you exactly what fits in. It's amazing. It's a great learning experience. There's so much to learn from these kids. Right? So let's learn to talk the millennial language, because you're all English teachers, and as you know, language is an evolutionary process. Language evolves over a period of time, and some so-called slang words also have now started getting featured in the lexicon, in the dictionary. Now the world is beginning to accept some of the terminologies that we use as part of our daily language. Right. Okay. Engaging learning systems. So in the tech model, we looked at, let's talk the millennial language. Now, E, we look at engaging learning systems. Now, learning engagement is a function of power of one's personality. You see, when you enter the classroom, you are no less than a junior NTR. No, you have to be a hero. You have to have that power of personality. No longer can a teacher be that old school type teacher. Today's students, they connect with charisma. You need to have that charisma. You need to know how to carry yourself. You need to dress smart. You need to look like the guy who is getting the students ready for the corporate world. So you need to be a mirror of that corporate world. And I'm not saying this is any indication of you here. I'm just generally making a statement. When I deal with a lot of faculty or I see a lot of teachers today, I don't find that fire in the belly in them. It's just a job. And unfortunately for many people, it's a very convenient job. Because it has, and I know teaching is not an easy job at all. I completely accept that. But the perception for a lot of people is that you just go there and you're home early. That's what people think. It's very comfortable. It's very convenient. And maybe a lot of teachers in our country treat it like that also. It doesn't work anymore. We have a big responsibility on our shoulders. While these kids are amazing, they still need a lot of handholding. They need a lot of mentoring. But we need to be up to them. We need to match their pace and their energy. So when you're dealing with your subject matter, speak not just with authority of the subject, but speak with a lot of passion. Speak with a lot of passion. Today's generation is all about energy. So what they do is they connect with passion more than anything else. It's not just what you say or what you are teaching. It's more about how you say it and how you are teaching it. Now, connect theories to contemporary realities. I mean, there's no point in, I used to find my chemistry, biology classes very boring for two reasons. One, I was not a good student. Secondly, I never understood their the practical application. Mathematics, for example. What is the general problem with mathematics in the country? People don't understand how I can apply it. Why they don't understand how I can apply it? Because they don't understand, because they're not taught how to apply it. Simple. Similarly, with the language, with the languages, with the humanities, it's not good enough to talk about a theory or a reference to context. It's about how it can apply in the real world. I'll tell you, I've been doing some sessions for corporates on writing skills. I'm an author myself. I've authored 8 books. You can go to Amazon and just check them out. You can type Hariharan Iyer and you'll get the list of books that I've written. When I do writing skills workshops or email writing skills, I find it appalling. I find the language appalling. I find the style appalling. That's because it's not coming from the right place at the right time. And habit is something, you get used to it, good or bad. And people have got into the bad habit of writing badly. Also, if you really want to have an impact on your students, how students engage with you inside the classroom depends upon how you engage with them outside the classroom. Now, can I have a little discussion here on what exactly this means? What is the meaning of this? What does this mean? How students engage with you inside the classroom is a function of how they engage with you, how you engage with them outside the classroom. What does it mean?
Generally, we have to discuss the subject matters only inside the class. And beyond that, outside, if you ask me, just we have to say hi, bye, and how the things are going.
Correct.
And then how did your exam? Likewise, we have to interact.
Correct. Okay. Very good. So what can we call that as a process? What do we call that? How I engage with my students outside the classroom has a strong bearing on how they engage with me inside the classroom. Because it's not about good or bad teaching, because nobody is a bad teacher. Everybody knows his subject. What does it mean? If I were to use just 1 or 2 words to describe this process, what would it mean? Yes, you can put it in the chat or you can unmute and speak. This is a very important moment in this discussion. How
So they don't want us to be very
Yes.
formal as we are in the classroom. They want
Right.
very informal interaction as we are outside. They don't want that a very strict teacher in front bossing over.
But my question is, why do you need to be very formal in the classroom also? Today, we have places like Google, for example, which are offering very informal working environments. That does not mean that people are not serious about their job. So I like the word that you used, ma'am, which is informality. It's about relationship building. I'm sorry to say this, but please don't mind my saying this. As teachers, let us not put ourselves on any pedestal. The best teacher is somebody who is a lifelong learner, who's a lifelong student. And that's what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is celebrated for. Though he was never a teacher by profession. But that's what he said in his last days. Actually, I want you to see myself as a teacher. And what I like about Dr. Kalam is, what is the one amazing thing he did was, you all know that the President of India is a very titular position. does not have any great constitutional authority. But Dr. Kalam brought in such an influence to a position with such low authority. That's because he elevated himself to the status of a teacher. And he really made teachers all around the country very proud. Yeah. So essentially, when we say how students engage with you inside the classroom depends upon how you engage with them outside the classroom. It essentially means you have to build relationships and not be transactional only. Can somebody share with me what is the meaning of being transactional? What is the meaning of being transactional? Okay, open. Open is what relationships are all about. What is transactional? In any relationship, you can either be very transactional or you can make it relationship oriented. What's the difference? What's the difference in being transactional and being relationship oriented? Yeah, only subject, give and take. You came to study this. Today I'm going to teach you Shakespearean drama. That is the subject. You came here, you learned something. I taught you something. Jai Mata Di. Thank you very much. Good night. That is transactional. You attend my classes, get good attendance, you get good score, you go your way, I continue to teach another student who comes in. But what will be that moment in life? Few years down the line, when one of the students in some forum stands up and says, my life is today because of what I learned from my teachers, from Dr. Rajalakshmi, from Anand sir. I learned so much from them. And I'm telling you, I left a wonderful corporate career and became an entrepreneur, not because I wanted to, I thought, becoming an entrepreneur will make me rich. I have become very rich in terms of my intellect, in terms of my experience, in terms of my learning. And hopefully one day I'll be financially also very rich. But the point here is, that was not the objective. That objective was to experience these moments when people meet you somewhere suddenly and said, sir, I attended that session of yours. You made this one statement. That statement changed my life. And Dr. Rajalakshmi, you have taken the risk of inviting a person like me for this session today. And I think I'm opening the session. So I hope maybe one statement of mine amongst all the statements that I'm making will change somebody's life. I don't know which that statement would be. I don't know which statement will touch the chord, which statement will hit hard on the heart. And some faculty might feel, oh my God, I've got it. And I'm going to do this from today. I remember in 2004, I think, when I joined Max Life Insurance as a sales trainer. And I had done one lecture at one of the law colleges in Pune. Suddenly, I got a call from one of the participants and she said, Hariharan, I just want to tell you something. Those were my early days as a professional trainer, as a full-time professional trainer. And she said, Hariharan, I want to tell you something. I attended your session and it was something on personality development, power of positive thinking, something on those lines. She said, I attended your session and I want to tell you something. Please keep doing this because you made such a difference to me. And I'm sure you have the power to impact many, many more lives. So never give up what you're doing. Always continue to be a trainer. What a moment of truth that was for me. I can't explain that. right? So engage with your students as friends. Do not put yourself on any kind of pedestal. Use creativity to engage. We spoke about Gagne's 9 events of instruction. So how do you do that? How do you make your classes interesting? Engage a lot of storytelling. As you see in this session, I'm sharing some nuggets from my life. Don't be a secret to your students. Of course, you don't have to open up about everything. Whatever is relevant, whatever can inspire them, whatever can tell them that this teacher is also like us. He or she has also gone through challenges in life. We can also go through, and they are there to guide us. And I can tell you one thing. The millennials that I have communicated with, they tell us one thing, that, sir, we are very smart, we are great, all that, but we don't have your experience. You have spent more time on this planet. You have seen life a little bit more than us. Please share your experience. That's what they're looking at. But for that, you need to tell them stories. You need to use pictures, visuals. You need to create drama in the class. It should be like a movie time for them. We all had our favorite teachers, isn't it? Why did we have our favorite teachers? Because they regaled us with stories. I remember Professor Mecheri, who was my political science teacher, head of department at SIS College in Mumbai, in Sion. And we were 2 naughty boys in the class, me and my friend Ketan Kotari. We were naughty because we used to ask Mecheri sir a lot of questions. And we enjoyed our political science subject. In fact, I wanted to do my major in economics, but because I loved Professor Mecheri's teaching style, I decided to do a BA in politics in my final year instead of economics, and then became a postgraduate. So once, more than us, our fellow students were very naughty. They said, sir, they said, Hari, we are not in a mood to take any notes today. Do one thing, na? Ask you and Ketan, ask Mecheri sir a couple of questions. Then he will tell us stories. That's exactly what we did. And if I remember correctly, I asked him something about Russian politics. And for the next 40 to 45 minutes, he only told us a story about Russian politics. What happens there? And he used to tell it, as if he has gone to Russia. I asked him, sir, you've been to Russia? You talk with so much conviction. He said, no. When I read something, I get inside it and I start visualizing I'm in Russia. So it's in the system. But I've never been to Russia, but I can tell you so much about Russian politics. Use case studies. There is no better way to engage people for a long duration than storytelling. Tell stories about your life. Tell stories about the subjects that you're teaching. Teach them through stories. It really makes a big, big difference in terms of how they engage with you. Then, so we looked at T for talk the millennial language, E for engaging with your students, engaging learning systems. And now let's look at C, which is customized communication. Anand sir, those days of being a teacher are over. So should you now resign your job? No. It's not about resigning your job. It's about resigning your style. Those days of I come and I lecture and you listen and I go and you also go are over. Now students want teachers to be facilitators. And one of the fascinating models that I find very useful, both for faculty development workshops and for corporate training, is the WAC model, which is the visual, auditory, and kinesthetics. You can go to the internet and you can actually do a free assessment of this WAC model. And Rajalakshmi ma'am, I have done a lot of faculty development workshops, as you must have seen in my profile.
Yes, sir.
I've done for Asian School, Dehradun, a few other schools in the north, couple of them
Yes,
in Mumbai.
Yes, sir.
And everywhere, the one biggest learning for them and the game changer was the WAC model. And you know, these FDPs I used to conduct for 2 days, 3 days continuous, because there used to be highly engaging sessions, a lot of activities. So I would give them a topic. For example, we would take up trigonometry. It's my favorite topic because I've never understood it in my life. Okay, so we used to take trigonometry and make a group of teachers and ask them to use a creative exercise to teach trigonometry. You know what? How can you bring in a creative exercise to teach trigonometry? It can be any of your English subjects also. You know, Rajlakshmi ma'am, if you can give me an example of what is the most difficult topic in English language for the students. Generally, what do they find difficult?
Especially grammar, sir.
Grammar. Okay, amazing. Yeah. So, one MBA college, they made me prepare a complete curriculum for grammar, and I became a Renan Martin myself, and I developed 150 hours of only English language training with a perspective of, I'll talk to you about that later. There might be a useful synergy there. It is about real life application of the language. You know, so can I make grammar interesting? Suppose I'm teaching prepositions, I'm teaching figures of speech, which are so interesting. And in figures of speech, there is so much opportunity for storytelling. There is so much opportunity for creating a case study or a drama. So there are 3 types of learners in this world. Visual learners who learn by seeing. Auditory learners who primarily learn by hearing. And kinesthetic learners who learn by doing. In your classroom, only 30% are auditory learners. The remaining are either visual or kinesthetic. But unfortunately, traditionally, in the way we conduct our classes is primarily auditory. So when a teacher tells a student, be like this student, he gets 95%. You are only getting 60%. That may be because a 95% is a front bencher, because his learning preference is auditory. And the other guy is not a good learner, not because he's not a good learner. The teacher is not a good teacher, simple. Because the teacher is not using a mix of methodologies. This is what blended learning is all about. So so only 30% students love lectures. So they top the class. And poor teachers and these students and these poor other students are labeled as backbenchers, buddhus, not sincere. It's the onus of the teacher to ensure the learning is interesting. For that, I don't know who is auditory. I don't know who is visual. I don't know who is kinesthetic. So in one topic that I use, suppose I'm teaching figures of speech, I will use all the 3 methodologies in those 50 minutes of class. I'll use some visuals, I will use some activity, and I will use auditory. Does it make sense? We all know it, but the biggest challenge here is of application. People don't apply this model on a day-to-day basis. Now, okay, now they have also told me, sir, you don't understand. In my class, there are 60 students, 70 students. How can I do an activity with all of them? You don't have to do it with all of them. You can do it with 10 students, but 60 will observe them. And that way they will participate. You have to be smart. What is a millennial language for intelligent? Smart. They don't use the word intelligent. They use the word smart. We are the guys obsessed with intelligence. Oh, he got 90%, so he must be intelligent. He's basically mugging up, yaar. He's not intelligent. He's just mugging up. Yeah, he's intelligently mugging up. Okay. So use a mix of tools. It's very interesting. You can create a drama. You know, you can take a topic and ask a few students to come prepared with some skit. You can use some visuals. You can run a video. There are so many amazing videos on YouTube these days. You can run a video. And of course, you can use our lecture, our auditory. So everything is 33%, 33%, 33%. But unfortunately, traditional way of teaching today also in many schools and colleges and institutions, it's 90% auditory. Maybe more than that. And who are the beneficiaries? The auditory learners. So even without undergoing the WAC training, you can spot who is a visual, auditory, or a kinesthetic person by listening to the language. If you share, and suppose I share an idea with Dr. Rajalakshmi and she says it sounds good. And these are natural reactions. She will say it sounds good. That means she is more or less auditory. Of course, we use all the learning styles to learn, but we have preferences. Suppose somebody says, this looks good. That person is more of a visual person. It happens in my house. My wife is more visual. She's an artist. She paints. I am more auditory. If somebody explains to me something, I understand it very quickly. So when we see photo albums at home, I am the one to finish the photo album the fastest because I'm more interested in looking at only my pictures closely. So it's done and out. But my wife and daughter will take at least 1 hour looking at each picture because they are more visual. And kinesthetic person will say, whatever you explain to me, can I do it in some way? So some people, they want to see the presentation themselves. They will run it on their laptop or take your laptop and run it. They are kinesthetic people. They like to learn by doing. So WAC model, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And the last part is what is called as H for we all say that we are nation builders. You know, we all say we are nation builders, but we really need to take this philosophy about ourselves very seriously. Yes, Dr. Sunita, you want to say something?
Sir, good morning. So first, I would like to say that the session is quite intriguing, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, when you were talking about this WAC model, kinesthetic one,
Yeah.
so can we say that the group of students like activity-based learning? I mean, can we expand it in that way?
Yes,
like
yes.
There are categories you said.
Means activity-based learning.
Right, sir. So okay, right. So, okay. Sir, in okay, the students are divided into 3 set of like parts, and this kinesthetic is nothing but activity-based learning.
Absolutely.
Sir, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
So when somebody is participating in an activity, there will be visual and auditory participants also.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. And
yes,
somebody, when they are listening to something, they will also, there will be kinesthetic participants also. You have to mix it up because you don't know who is primarily V, A, or K.
Exactly, sir.
And they are ready to learn through all the modes, but they have preferences.
Yes, sir.
So in my case, for example, when I went to US in 2017 for some certification I had gone, and there was this moment on the last day when we had to make a presentation for certification. And I was really petrified because I was not able to get one concept right. I was not able to explain it. And it was a behavior style certification. So it was very prestigious. And it was a dream come true, you know, travel to America, get a certification from an American organization. My God. And I thought I'm going to fail the floor test. I was really petrified. And I said, all my effort of coming all the way, investing so much time and money, what's going to happen? So then I was sitting with one of the other participants at lunch during the lunch break. And I requested him, can you please help me with this concept? You know what he did? He had recorded that whole session of our facilitator. And he said, watch this section and learn it. You think I would have learned it? No, because I am not a visual person. I am more auditory. So I told him, listen, buddy, and this is another millennial word. They don't use word friend. They use buddy. Hey, buddy, how are you? You know, so I requested him, can you please explain this concept to me? He took 10 minutes. He explained it. I understood it better and I got the certification. Because the beauty of the VAT model also is you come to know who you are. And you can educate people you are dealing with on who you are. So they will come to know that if I want to present something to this person, then I need to use either V, A or K primarily. This is also very good for boss management. So you'll come, if you know what kind of a person your boss is, what he or she would prefer when you're presenting an idea or having a discussion, you can use V, A or K. Yeah, makes sense?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Sunita. So a teacher is a nation builder, and the character of a nation is determined. A character of a nation is determined by how you mold your students. We all know this, but we really need to take this job very seriously, this responsibility. And look at the last sentence out here. Excited teachers produce exciting results. What does that mean? What does this mean? Excited teachers produce exciting results.
The energy the teacher carries on in the classroom.
Yeah.
Will be continued in the class as the teacher is very good with
5
energy.
classes today, 50 minutes each. You did your best in the first 4. You gave everything to it. And in the 5th class, you enter and say, dear students, I'm very tired here. So now I don't have the energy right now. So you guys, please cooperate. That will work?
No.
Will that work?
No, it don't.
You know, we have to do 2 days or 3 days of corporate training sometimes, back to back. I can't come on the second day and say, you guys took away a lot of my energy yesterday. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm dealing with you. Today I will be low, I'll be sitting in one place, I'll be talking softly, but you have to be excited. No, it will not work like that. A leader has to role model. A teacher is a leader. So when you're excited, you know, and people love energy, they love passion, they connect with excitement. So excited teachers will produce exciting students who will produce exciting results for themselves and for the institute. A teacher is a reader. So my question here is, if we have to mold the students, we are the nation builders. We are the leaders of morality, character, and knowledge. What am I doing for my self-development? What am I doing for my self-development? Am I reading good books? Am I an avid reader? Am I a writer? Do I write blogs? Do I write poetry? Am I an expressive person? What is that I'm doing for my own self-development? Do I invest some amount of money and time in external courses? Do I subscribe to e-learning courses? Today, the opportunity to learn through technology is amazing. We have created our own e-learning platform also with this objective that people get an opportunity to learn sitting at one place. You see, everybody has asked me, so you enjoy doing these virtual sessions or you enjoy doing physical sessions? I tell them I find no difference. For me, the beauty of doing this session virtually right now is all of you are at your place, I am at my place, we are still learning, we are connecting. That's the power of leverage of technology. Let's leverage it. I request all of you to read at least one new good book every month. And you find that very difficult, make a small habit of reading at least 6 pages every day. That's all. 6 pages every day is not a big task. You read 6 pages every day. It is 180 pages in a month, which is one book. Typically, any good book is about 150 to 200 pages. You can easily read 12 books in a year, not a big deal. That is the secret of Bill Gates. He's such a rich person that if he spends 1 lakh rupees every day from today, he will take 100 years to exhaust his wealth. And such a person is also reading at least a book every month, new book every month. Right? So, and that is how you will role model. And that is how students will also pick up the habits. Right? A leader is a role model, and we all ape our leaders. We do what they do. So, it's time for change. And my question to all of you here is, before I leave you in the next 5 minutes or so, is, are you ready to reinvent yourself? You want to attend this faculty development program because it's mandatory, because the institute has asked you to do it, or because this is an opportunity for my development. This is an opportunity for me to pick up 3 things that I'm going to work upon at the end of the FDP. And I'm going to make a substantial difference to my life and to the way I impart learning to these brilliant students that I come across every day, who surprise me with their intelligence and their energy. And what inventiveness these guys have. I deal with the startup ecosystem sometimes. I get an opportunity to deal with startups, talk to them. I'm amazed what kind of ideas they come up with. My God, what kind of ideas they have got. It's amazing. We can't even imagine. And there are 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds who are already changing the world with their ideas. They are an incredibly inspiring generation, I can tell you. I get very inspired by my daughter. I get very inspired by the students that I talk to, because I find them, they teach me a lot. It's only a question of whether we are ready to learn or not. So we looked at the tech model. What was the tech model? The millennial language. Create engaging learning systems. Use customized communication. And work on your holistic development for yourself and your students. If Rajalakshmi ma'am permits me, because this is an English set of amazing English faculty that we have.
Yes, sir.
I would just like to read out one of my poems.
Sure, sir.
Okay, I'm just taking the opportunity. I just, just before the session started, I realized I had written something interesting, a little motivational, and I thought, let me share it with all of you. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Good. So it says it's okay to. It's okay to get tired, but not to stop. It's okay to fall, but not to lose. It's okay to be stupid, but not be ill-mannered. It's okay not to communicate well sometimes, but not to spoil relationships. It's okay to be angry in love, but not make it a formality. It's okay to be upset with society sometimes, but not to be irresponsible. It's okay to sympathize with everyone, but not have friendship with everyone. It's okay not to smile always, but not okay to cry on small issues. It's okay to make mistakes, but not to repeat them. It's okay not to be happy always, but not to be sad for long durations. It's okay at times not to live up to the spirit of friendship, but not okay to create enemies. And most importantly, it's okay to die, of course, but not to die when you're still alive. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, with those words, I hope I could add some value to your life. Thank you so much for your participation and for being there with me on this little journey. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to meeting you sometime very soon, getting an opportunity to come down to Hyderabad and have an interaction with
I'd like to see you offline, sir.
Yeah. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anand, sir.
Yes. We have a nice poem from your end, sir. Okay, first and foremost, on behalf of HITAM and also personally, I extend my sincere thanks to our resource person of the first session, Mr. Hariharan Iyer, because you have enlightened the importance and excellence of learning along with the pedagogy, especially tech model and all. So we had a nice and wonderful session from your end, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anand sir. Thank you so much. It is an absolute pleasure. And I hope I have been able to give you all a good kickstart to your, to your FDP journey.
Yes.
And I wish you all the best 3 days of great learning. I also want to thank my friend Supriya for connecting me with Dr. Rajalakshmi. And, I thoroughly enjoyed. First, I said, why did I say yes to this assignment? But because I was wondering how I'm going to do it. But I'm so grateful. I'm so happy that I took it up. And I'm so happy that I got an opportunity to meet all of you.
Actually, we are getting inbox. There is a quite interesting session, amazing, interesting topic you have chosen and all.
Okay.
So we are happy that you are here with us, and also you have encouraged us with your poem called as It's Okay. It's okay that you was not ready, but it's okay to us that you have taken the session as a part of your activity.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I request participants.
I can log off now.
5-minute break.
Yes,
sir. Please go.
Thank you.
I request all participants, please take a 5-minute break and come back to the second session. Hope you'll come. Thank you.
Yes, Ratman. The second session will be about. Second session will be about usage of ICT tools in classrooms in teaching, and it will be very interesting. People, please be with us, and hope that we'll meet in 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Please check the feedback link and please fill that feedback link. Checking. You can see a feedback form in the chat box. People, please try to fill it. Shafi sir is ready. Welcome, Shafi sir.
Thank you, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma'am.
So we will start our session in next 5 minutes, sir.
Am I clear and audible, ma'am?
Sir, you are audible and clear.
Thank you, madam.
I guess your PPT and everything is ready.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, am I audible? Yeah.
Yes.
Shafi sir, am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Anand, sir.
Sorry, we are already late, I think, sir.
I request Dr. Ishrat ma'am to start the session.
Once again, good morning to all participants. I take privilege to invite our guest for this second session, Shafiullah Sayed. He is a best creative writing winner, and he is a co-founder of Target Education and Career Academy. And he has completed his master's in English Literature and Linguistics from Central University of Hyderabad. He is a certified trainer of teaching knowledge test and English for speaking in another SL. He is a member of National Green Corps. Currently, he is working an assistant professor in Vidya Jyoti Institute of Technology in Hyderabad. He has conducted many sessions and workshops, special seminars on English language in prestigious institute and MNC companies like Infosys. With such words, I request to Shafi sir to enlighten us with his rich words. Thank you. Sir, Shafi sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your kind introduction you have given. Happy to be with HITAM today, sharing knowledge about how to use ICT tools. Because of pandemic, either forcefully or unwantedly, we are into technical completely. Slowly we had moved, either we like it or we don't like, we have to accept the bitter fact that we should go ahead with technology hand in hand. What I can say is, everything we are doing nowadays with mobile phone, starting from food, shopping, and whatnot, everything, starting ironing our clothes with the Istriwala app, is going on with mobile phone and technology. Zomato, Swiggy, Ola, everything, in every part of our life, we are depending on technology. If we, the faculties, are not updated with the technology, if we, the faculties, are not updated with this technology, and definitely we will be lagging behind. Because of this, the present generation, popularly known as Gen Z, they won't be happy with it. Let me tell one of the incident happened at my college. Being a coordinator, I asked my section students, is everything going on well? Then they said that, sir, everything is okay, but apart from one subject, we have problem at this subject and we couldn't understand it properly. I asked them, your marks are good. How can you complain that you can't understand? Your marks are good. Then they said that, sir, we are learning it through some of the ICT tools and some of like YouTube and all. There we have got it and where we learn. Like faculty being a teaching, he is more into a facilitator than a trainer. So in this hardly 1 hour and half session, what we are going to learn is all about technology, how we can implement in teaching, particularly language, how language can be improved among the students. What happened particularly in BTech students is they take English as easy. Chalo, we can get marks, however, nobody will fail particularly. They'll pass in first year, second year, however, third year they'll be having lab, they'll go through. The problem comes is when they want to go abroad, they have to crack IELTS, TOEFL, GRE. They have marks for that, where they struck up completely. That is the place neither they can approach faculty, neither they can go for a training at that peak neck of the moment. So with the help of these technical tools, particularly, they can improve their language skills. All 4 language skills basically we call LSR, WVG, vocabulary and grammar. These things can be possible with the help of technology only. Some of the things, but particularly when a student complaint regarding, sir, evaluation is not done properly. Whereas if we do evaluation with the help of technology, they can't blame anybody. Particularly like MCET ranks. Sir, some cheating was done, sir, MCET rank, my rank is not this much, it should be something. Nobody raise a complaint because we use technology there, not a man handling anything. Completely devices do everything. So in the next 1.5 hour session, I'll give an introduction of some of the tools which I use with my students in my campus. Apart from that, I'll give some of the simple tools, very simple. Every Tom, Dick and Harry can learn with that. Such a simple tools I'll be giving called hands-on session can be. In this hands-on section, we can learn where we don't need to at least log in also. No need to log in. Simply go to the site and start using the tool. It is such a simple tool that we can use in our English labs at least, where people, our students love it. These tools are something like they are available for free. If you really fall in love with it, we can pay and we can get it some more. So without wasting any time, I feel that I should share screen and get into the section deeply. Are you all ready? Can I see capital S or small s in the chat box? If you are ready, please. Sudha ma'am, thank you. Anil sir, Dr. Rajalakshmi ma'am, Venkatramana sir, and Anil Kumar sir, Meenakshi ma'am, Sunita Rao ma'am. Great to see yes from the list of the people. Let me go ahead by sharing the screen. Ishrat ma'am. Okay, here I share the screen. Let me give you an overview of the some of the technical tools which I use. There are 20 and how I divided it. And then after 20 or 10 minutes, we'll go on hands-on session. You can use these on if you have 2 devices, well and good. You can have hands-on session if you have login with 2 devices. One where you can practice and one where you can listen. If not, at least put a scribbling pad. At least you can write it down and use these tools in our language labs. I request participant to have a scribbling pad or else have a second device. Mobile phone is also enough. We can use some of the tools in mobile phone. With this, I'll start the session. Let me share the screen. I have shared the screen. Is it visible?
Yes,
Can
sir.
I get a confirmation?
Yes.
Yes. It's visible.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, HITAM and team. Here are the technical tools. I broadly divided them into this 6 parts, where this generation particularly, we have been discussing morning onwards about the millionaires mindset and all. What they want is everything should be done quick. They can't wait for a YouTube ad for hardly 10 seconds. They can't wait for to skip the ad. They want it to be done immediately, the earliest. They will cancel a delivery if it is done 2 days late. They will cancel a Swiggy and Zomato if it is delivered 5 minutes delayed. So everything should be done at the earliest. Next, effective teaching is to be done. Next, innovative presentation. What all we use? PPT presentation, same routine, traditional. We use PowerPoint presentation, MS Office. It's traditional one. We have to update and use some other tools which are much common and most probably free. Next, potential evaluation. Student would not complain about, sir, I don't deserve this. I deserve much more. I deserve more marks. If potential evaluation is done, students will be happy and the faculty will be stress-free. And finally, learn with fun. This is what we discussed in the morning session also. Students expect a learning with fun. And finally, some publication tools also we can have them. Without any delay, let me go with what are the tools we can use for quick work. In quick work, we have Google Docs. We use it for voice typing. Next, paraphrasing tool, Farm Site, Grammarly, and Beatable. How Google Docs, paraphrasing tool, Farm Site, Grammarly, and Beatable is useful for us. Let us have a look. In Google Docs, we can use it for collaborative editing or voice texting. We can type what, for example, faculty particularly, when it comes to make a write-up, most of the English faculty, if they are not technical expert, tech savvy, then we feel it difficult to type. Some typo errors, again editing, space errors, these all can be done with our voice. If you have good internet facility, if you have mobile phone internet, it's more than enough that we can type with our voice itself. Second thing, what we can do is here, when language point of view, how we can use Google Docs. If we ask our students, to give, for example, we made a team and we gave them that please make a project on so and so company, for particularly MBA people. Do research on a so and so company and bring a write-up. Students of 5. Team was made with the students of 5. What happens? What happens in particular? Can I expect answer from faculty? If we ask our students, a 5 team to do a project, bring a write-up or some research proposal or something, what will happen?
They should spend time together, and college timings will not be helpful to them to do the project work because they parallelly should go to classes also.
True. I agree with you, ma'am. Do the all 5 will be active?
Yes.
Who will be doing the project there?
Yes, you are correct.
Mostly
You are correct. At least we have to get the project from one student.
Yeah. Who will do in that is always a team leader. It will fall on his head. Let me give another example. We at English department, it happens in common. In general, it happens. For example, NAC MBA team is about to come visit college, and all departments has given editing work. This is the files which are about to upload in the college website or some website information. Something is given to English department that these are the criteria from 1.1.1 to 8. or 9.1. These are this, please edit it. Please do the editing. This work was given for English department, and English HOD divided it among the 7 or 8 faculties existing in the department. Will do that? Definitely there will be some people who don't do it properly and they throw the work on someone. And second problem is principal madam allotted this work and English faculty edited it. And principal madam don't know what was done and what the editing was done, where it was done. And sometimes she or he did not like the updated edited one. She likes something, some part from the previous one. This all thing can be done at Google Docs. Once you upload a file, what these 5 people, for example, in English department, we have 5 people. In these 5 people who edited what, it can be seen in different colors with their name. For example, 5 students gather information at same Google Docs page. Then we can see which information, who bought which information, who collected what. It can be clearly seen. In the same way, faculty who edited which part, it can be seen. And it is up to the management to consider your editing or not. No, it cannot be edited this much. This much is enough. It's up to them to accept your edited part, or they can say simply don't accept it. Let it be what was there previous. These all things can be done at Google Docs. I'll show this at the end of the session, hands-on, how we can edit it one. We all faculty who are there, nearly more than 50 people, we can edit one and we can type in 50 different colors. Let me go ahead. Next is paraphrasing tool, a new way of express full-length article, useful for bloggers and overcome plagiarism. We, the faculty, always get something that make a new write-up, make a write-up for annual day, make a write-up for fest, write a press report. Always we get some or the other information to write. What we do? We always go with shortcut. Browse on internet, get someone's information and try to edit it and make it our own. With the help of paraphrasing tool, it is completely free to some word limit, nearly 1000. Simply type paraphrasing tool, upload the document which you have got from other and paraphrase it. And it will become yours within no time. The simple thing what I do at my college is when they ask me to write some write-up, which I'm completely unaware of. I get the information, I upload it, I paraphrase it, then I change some synonyms, antonyms, then I change sentence structures from active to passive, direct to indirect. Then I'll make it my own, and I feel it is the easiest part. For English people, paraphrasing tool is must because we do write many times, many things. It's such a simple tool. No need to log in and all. Simply type paraphrasing tool, go to it, upload your document and do the CAPTCHA to enter some street signals or crossroad or something else would be a zebra crossing, something fire extinguished. Do that one, and within no time, some seconds, your all write-up will get paraphrased and it will be completely new and it will be yours. Farm site, create online forms, survey like never before. Generally, we use Google Form here. Google Forms we use here. Farm site is also something where payments also can be done. Whereas in Google Forms, we cannot do payment. And Grammarly. I feel that this is a mandatory tool every English faculty in particular should have. An online grammar spelling and plagiarism detection platform it's a mandatory one. Everyone should have this file as an attachment to your mail. You have download it and you can have it here. You can see extensions. You can have it among extensions. What's the use of this? Whatever you type, it may be a Word document or it may be a mail. If you want to compose a mail, this Grammarly tool will help you to overcome spelling and grammar mistake. Apart from this, if you upload someone's text also, you can get it paraphrased, or you can get it what we say. You can get it paraphrased, or you can get it synonyms and antonyms of those words. You can get it completely new words. This Grammarly not only helps you in spelling and grammar mistakes, but also space and punctuation mistakes. Cap letter, small letter mistakes also can be used here. And it is, to some extent, it is free, but not completely. It charges nearly $10 per year. But to some extent, for English faculty, free version is more than enough. And beatable, making brand animated advertisement. We, the people, make sometimes brochures and make sometimes of flyers. In particular, for example, in college, we are conducting some competition called language fair. For language fair, if you made a brochure that get registered for this, and this is the charge, you have to meet so-and-so faculty member and so-and-so date. If you give a brochure or if you give a flyer, it is not that much interesting. In Beatable, what you can do is already animated videos will be there. What you do is you put your text, like a monkey jumping and coming on the screen with a flyer and showing that English department is organizing so-and-so program on so-and-so date, and it goes run away, and second monkey comes and shows that this is what on date and time, these are the people whom you have to meet. People love it. Simply make that video and circulate it on WhatsApp. Students love to watch. Instead of reading same routine brochures and flyers, they love to see some animated pictures. It's really very simple. Once you start it, definitely you will love to do that. Beatable. It's such a simple one. Simply you can make a video, animated video, that too with animations, but text will be yours. This is how we can make things more quicker and faster. Am I going so fast?
You're going good, sir. No, sir. No, sir. We are going to know many things.
Let me go with an innovative presentation. Apart from PPT presentation, apart from our routine MS Office PowerPoint presentation, what all we can use to make our students to glue with our public, particularly when our participants, they should glue with us. For that, what we can use? I use particularly Prezi, Novia, and Emails. Prezi is what I'm using. I'm not using a general PPT presentation. See, I'm zooming in, I'm zooming out. Slowly from one part to other part, I am moving. This is what Prezi tool I'm using for presentation. Isn't it interesting? If it is interesting, please type I in the chat box. Can I expect I in the chat box? Sudha ma'am, thank you. Rajalakshmi ma'am, Venkataramana sir, Krishna Kumar sir, Sunita Rao ma'am, thank you. This is what interesting this. Priya ma'am, Hima Bindu ma'am, thank you very much. Sanjeev, Meenakshi ma'am, thank you very much for you all, for attentive listeners. This is Prezi. It is such a simple tool. What you can do is, if you have already had a PPT, simply upload it in Prezi and it will turn into Prezi. I can all pressurize it. your PPT, upload in Prezi, it will become like this. Simply you have to some drag and drops can be done to make this type of innovative way of presenting things. See, this is Prezi is completely zooming and panning to reveal the content that you want to teach, particularly this. If I want to go back, I'll go like this. Like this, we can divide our chapters, we can divide our topics. Like for example, in first year, we have C.V. Raman. We can divide C.V. Raman complete essay into his childhood, what he invented, what is the uses of C.V. Raman, his application, what is the Raman effect in one box. People love to see than simple routine of PPT with what we call 2D. This is looking like a little bit 3D type of thing. This is what Prezi all about. Next, let us move to Novio. Here is Novio, the online platform designed for video hosting and make your PPT presentation go live. Give presentation in absence of you. What happened is, particularly with third year students, we have to make PPT presentation on so and so day and please present it by the next lab. And students come with their own exceptions. Sir, I'm not feeling well. I'm in my village. I have this problem. I cannot come. Please permit me. Then we say, no, for presentation, we have got 20 internal marks. You cannot escape. No, sir, I have some emergency work. My passport will come on so and so date. I'm going for so and so doctor's appointment. They'll tell these nasty things. So what we can do is we can use the Novio app. It's not a particular app, it's a site where you can make your video as well as PPT presentation go hand in hand together. You can download it. No need to send complete video. Simply you can get a link and you can send that link to the concerned faculty. Concerned faculty, what you do in the classroom, he'll play that so and so student who is about to come. For example, Geeta, she is not feeling well. So she made this presentation from her home itself. Let us have a look. Simply click on the link and her presentation is played in the class. She can go live or she can make a video offline and can send it to you. Novio is like thing where your video as well as your PPT go hand in hand together like now. Like now we are using Zoom as an ICT tool where we use PPT as well as my video together. Whereas it is online, if you download it and send it to someone, it will become an online platform where we can get a video as well as a presentation together. This is what students can do. This is what we can say to the absentees, particularly who cannot travel. For example, some students are there, they are affected with COVID positive, they cannot come to college. We can ask them, please send your presentation through Novio. Really, my students love it doing. Some students, they said that, sir, I have a stage fear. I love to do at home. Let me present it in the class through Novio. Once I become perfect, I'll do it offline also. Some students do online for the practice, then they present it in the class again. What the use of Novio again is, as it is a video, we can pause it in the middle and we can rectify students' mistake. Some sentence formation, some slang, some words which are not supposed to be used. These all things, feedback can be given to the students immediately. In online presentation, what happens is students give presentation and we give feedback to them after completion of the PPT. These are the mistakes you have done. Whereas if they use Novio as a tool, we can give feedback to them by running their video and pausing it. These are the mistakes you do. Please don't use this type of body language. Your body language can be improved like this. And finally, emails. This is an online, next generation online content creation tool. In emails, what happens is it is like a 3D type of presentation, I can say, where, for example, you enter an room. You enter an appointment, or you enter on a road. For example, you are on a Shamshabad airport. You see different types of flexis, banners and all. Your presentation will be available on those flexis and banners, and you will be traveling. You on the way to the Shamshabad airport, your presentation will be here and there on the flexis and banners, or some newspapers fallen on the road also. Like that, you can make your presentation available like there in like what you call is virtual. In virtual, your presentation, people love it. Wow, it is available on so and so places. Like that, you can give your presentation. Here you have potential evaluation. But Padlet, sorry, effective teaching. In effective teaching, we have Padlet, ice cream, video scribe, and voice thread. What happens is Padlet, if I say in one word, it's a platform where students can bring and put all the information on one screen. It may be it's like you started teaching and student bought a video, they have bought one writing, they have bought some voiceovers, they have bought some what we call PDF files, they have bought some pictures. These all things can be put at one screen and can access it. Such a wonderful tool it is. Okay, an online collaborative wall for teachers and their students. An online collab, it's like a home screen of your computer where we put all the files. It is like for students, we give one work that please, some students should collect pictures of so and so, some students should bring a write-up, some students should bring a voiceovers or some recordings, and some students should bring videos. These all things can be on one place where we can evaluate students' research where all they have done. Next one is ice cream. The name itself is a very delicious. It's a simple tool where we can record our screen. Now in most of the smartphone, we have a record screen option and a screenshots we take. Like this, we can take a screenshot of our system and we can take a videos of our screen. For example, someone is watching my lecture and they found some tools very interesting. They want to listen only to the particular 2 minutes or 3 minutes of lecture. They want it. Simply, they can use the ice cream app to their desktop and they can record the screen. They can use my video of 2 minutes or 3 minutes. They can record it. Such a useful, and mostly it is 5 minutes of duration of videos for free. If you want to record more than 5 minutes of videos, you have to go with a paid version. Video scribe, and helping hand to make your own whiteboard animated videos. It is like you might have seen in most of the WhatsApp videos you receive. There one hand will be scribing and writing everything for you. In video scribe, you can select the hand which will draw for you. It will draw everything you need. Simply it will come and it will scribe everything what you want. Simply select a picture, it will draw the picture for you on the screen. Select some information like the helping hand to make your own whiteboard animation, whiteboard videos. It will write that one for you. It will write it for you. You can select the hand, male hand, female hand. You can select the pen. You can select brown, black, dark, light color hands, left hand, right hand. Way of holding a pen also you can select. It will do everything for you. Particularly, it is useful for mathematics people who write a lot on the screen. Particularly the people who are taking home tuitions, mathematics faculty who are taking home tuitions through online, it will be mostly useful for them. Simply write one program, upload on video scribe, and it will write that program for the student who is sitting somewhere else abroad and listening to mathematics lectures. Really, I love this lecture, this tool a lot. And voice thread, transforming media into collaborative space where video, voice, and text commenting. It is like this tool is like a place where a faculty will upload a lecture. After uploading a lecture, students will be asked to comment. Students can comment in 3 ways. They can comment with their voice, or they can comment texting, or they can turn on their video and they can speak to the faculty anytime. It is like you make one small, you can make a screen where all the 3 things are available, including your lecture. Your lecture will be run in the middle, where your student will play. Once your lecture is over or in the middle, they'll pause it and they comment it. Sir, at this particular time, nearly at 5 minutes, I couldn't understand how you translated that active voice into passive voice. What rule was followed here? They'll comment it. They can send a voice comment, video comment, or a text comment. But the faculty who receive and he will comment, re-comment there. Same faculty also use a video comment, voice comment, or voice comment, video comment, or text comment to a student. Like that, it is a collaborative place where faculty and student will learn online or offline together. Really, it's an interesting tool. Once you start using it, you love it. And finally, potential evaluation. Be a rock star trainer. Google Forms. You knew it. We generally use Google Forms to like now's feedback form. We use Google Form. In Google Forms, not only you can make a survey forms or questionnaires or feedback forms, you can make your own online, what we call online content also, or you can make one course also. Online complete course can be made on Google Forms. How? In the place of writing a question, simply you put a video, upload your video on YouTube, copy the link and put on Google Form. That video is uploaded. The person who click on the form, definitely he must listen to that video. After video, you put third, fourth, fifth questions as question objective type of questions. They'll listen to your video and they will, at the bottom, you'll be having, however, you know, next what all is. Like question, objective type of answer. In objective, again, you have different type of things like calendar questions. You have what we call pictures. You can have videos also. Again, you can have linear. Everything can be kept in Google Form. It's such a simple tool. Already after pandemic, each and every faculty is using this for conducting particularly quizzes, online quizzes. Fulbaru, it is an actually attachment to a Google Form. To Google Form, if you attach a Fulbaru, here we can give ranks also. In Google Form, you cannot give ranks and grades. If you attach this Fulbaru as an attachment to Google Form, once a student submitted his assignment, he'll get a grade, which is first grade, second grade. It will assign what is your place in your college, in your session, in your town and district. This Fulbaru will help you in getting grades also. It is like an add-on attachment to this Google Form. Let me go ahead with Quizlet. Start learning with flashcard, games and learning tools. In quizzes and Quizlet, what all you do is, you might have seen in some of the videos of what we call Coursera. In Coursera, a video is learning, in the middle they'll stop and they'll ask you to complete the quiz. This thing can be done at Quizlet or quizzes. Some games also can be included where student will touch on the screen and complete the given task in the middle itself. Like we started teaching articles. After teaching articles, exercises, we practice exercises. This practice exercises can be done on quizzes or Quizlet, where we upload an assignment in the middle of the session, they'll complete it. Once the assignment is done, like we have polling also. Once assignment is done, we will go with the next exercises or next deep exercises or some tricky questions. This is like Quizlet zip grade. Scan and grade papers in one step. Most probably when I have given my presentation in some of the corporate junior colleges who give training for MSET. These people, the people who are giving MSET, earlier we had MSET and GMAT, everything, and what we call that OMR sheet where students used to bubble. Faculty used to correct the bubbling papers because all the colleges did not have what we call that OMR sheet reading machine. They feel it very difficult to evaluate. They are, one faculty will be announcing first question answer is 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, and they used to evaluate. 2 faculties at least needed to evaluate one OMR sheet manually. Zip grade, this can be used with our mobile phone. Mobile phone is enough. If you once you download it, you can you have to upload a key sheet. Once your key sheet is uploaded, simply you have to take pictures of the OMR sheet and then it will grade and it will evaluate all OMR sheets also with the help of mobile phone, and it's completely free tool. I taught this one to the junior college, particularly Narayana and Chaitanya, where the students are still writing OMR sheet based questions because most of the junior colleges, they don't have computer labs. They conduct it on OMR sheet and they evaluate, and they love this tool a lot. Learn with fun. Here, blended play and hot potatoes. We can see this blended where we give the content and they develop the game. We can see this one in most of the Telugu, Ma TV and some shows. where they ask some questions where buzzer round will be there. They press the buzzer and on the screen their score, or they'll be climbing a mountain or something like a snake and ladder. This time can be seen in some Telugu channels where Suma is anchoring and they use these tools. Hot Potato is also one tool where they make puzzles and games. We have to simply upload our questions and give some characters, like a girl as a girl character and boys have some boys characters, or some emojis also, where they answer and they climb a mountain or they complete one round or castle, something. Like we see in most of the buzzer type of question answer type of rounds in, I don't know exactly in Telugu serials they use it, like what we call is live shows and all. And finally, we have publication tools, Story Jumper and Book Creator. If you are willing to write a story book or a comic book, particularly a student, they can use Story Jumper. They'll give all characters. You can design your own character. Here, like there is a farmer in a story. You can design your farmer, how the farmer is, a old farmer, young farmer with a turban, what the dressing he should wear. These are all things you can design the character, and you can put the character in your story like a comment on what he is speaking. If you in the farmer has got 4 children, you can design his 4 different children, who is elder one, younger one, and all. These all characters can be designed and story can be written in the Story Jumper, and you can publish it even. Particularly students, they love it. They write a story, they put the characters, and if once they publish it, who are using the Story Jumper app, they will read it and they can comment, and students love it. If they did some project, they want it to be recognized. It can be done. And Book Creator, where you can write your own book wherever you want. You can write your annexure, you can write your any chapter, headers, footers, and about an author, publisher, patent, everything can be written, and it will give you a template. Simply you have to dump an information. This is all about 20 tools which I will be using, and it's all about my particularly my book, which got published about how to use technology in teaching, particularly for language experts. Hope it's time to give some what we call live experience, hands-on simple tools I'll use, which you remember and you love it. Shall we? Are you ready? Can I see some capital R or small R in comment box if you are ready? Venkatraman sir, thank you. Anil sir, Sunita Rao ma'am, Rajalakshmi ma'am, Sudha sir ma'am, and Priya ma'am. Great. Now I'll give you some hands-on training. I can see you can use it. Which one shall I start with? I'll start with Google, not Google. We'll go with listening skills. Listening skills or speaking skills, particular. For speaking skills, I have an app called Vocaro. When students ask us, sir, how can I improve my speaking skills? What do we say? Sir, how can I improve my speaking skills? For GRE, not GRE, for TOEFL and what we call IELTS, speaking has got its own importance. Students will say, sir, I want to improve my speaking skills in final year. Now I am in final year. I'm about to pass out from the college. I want to improve. What do we say? We simply say that, please stop with your peer group. Student play, sir, none of my friends will speak in English, neither my roommates. What to say then? We say them, okay, get some friends from online. Then they get friends from online and they chat. The problem is they couldn't get the feedback. Here we have got amazing tool Vocaro, in which we can improve students' speaking skills in particularly. To go to this, what you have to do is simply type Vocaro in VOC, call vocabulary, like VOC AROO. Vocaro, simply type on Google Vocaro. If you have mobile phone, second device, simply type Vocaro. You'll get it in your mobile also. Then you will reach the screen like this. Hope you are practicing this. You'll get a screen like this in Okaru. Here you'll get one upload. If you have already uploaded type of speech, you can upload it here. Or you can speak. Simply type here and speak. Like I'll practice it now. See, good morning, everybody. Thanks for attending my webinar and making it more effective. It started just now. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending my webinar and making it a grand success. This Okaru tool is much more useful. I have made a recording for nearly 15 seconds. Then I'll stop it. Okay. Then you can ask your students to give your self-introduction or speak for 1 minute on the topic, listen to some news, and please reply me with some what you have understood. You can ask him to start reading one story and please let me see how your reading skills are. Then they will go to Okaru and they made a recording like this. Once they made a recording, they cross-check it. They type here and they cross-check how is their recording. If it is not good, you feel that so it is not good. Simply they type it here and they make it new one. So sorry, it's not good. They'll make it new one. They feel they can do better, they can do. They feel that once they come to know that my recording is well, my self-introduction is well, then they simply click on share. It has given one link here, okaru.pro here. They can copy it. Now the link is copied. They can share it anywhere. They can share it on WhatsApp. They can share it on Facebook in their friends group or any official groups on Facebook, anywhere. Or they can go get a QR code also. Or they can download their voice including. And then what I do, hope the screen is visible.
No, sir.
The screen visible? Okay, I'll share the screen. I'm so sorry. Yeah, simply type on Google, you'll reach Okaru, this screen where you can upload already existing voice over, or you can record it by clicking it here. See, I clicked it. I have started recording. Okaru is a platform where you can upload or you can record your own voice and can send it, or you can download it and preserve it for yourself. Nearly I have recorded it for 15 seconds. Once I recorded it, I can cross-check it by clicking here. I can play it. Or if I don't like it, I can delete it completely. Or I can retake it here. Once everything is done, I will share it on these platforms. If I don't want to share anywhere else, I want to share somewhere else like this. What I do, I copy the link. Or else if I want QR code, I can get the QR code of my recording. When it is done, see, I'll share my recording in, I have shared my recording in Zoom platform also. You can see it here. In the comment box, I have shared my recording of 15 seconds. Like you can ask your students instead of in WhatsApp, you have already, sir, in WhatsApp, we have what we call recording option where we click and we share our knowledge. You can feel it. But the problem over there is your memory will get full, your phone memory get full, these all. Once your students or someone started sending you this type of links of their voice, it can be saved somewhere else. It can be reused. Jam section can be conducted online with the help of this tool. Ask your student to record 1 minute of video of topic of your choice. They use this. I expect some of the faculty to use this tool, and please comment on chat box. You can simply type good morning, get a link and send it in chat box. Can anybody? Simply what you have to do is Okaru, VOCROOO, Okaru, type on Google in your mobile phone. You will reach the screen like this. I'm deleting it. Get the screen, click here, record it. Once the recording is done, simply you type good morning, hi everybody, stop it, share it. You'll get a link. This link can be used many times anywhere. and it will be a proof that you have conducted a jam session or whatever it may be. Particularly for final year student, it will be very useful to edit their how to introduce yourself. It can be useful anywhere because we can download our voice over also. It can be used as a recording also. Can I expect copy the link and post it in chat box? Such a simple and amazing tool. Really, I love it. Wow. Someone, can anybody use it? Very simple tool it is. Very, very, very simple tool. Is there anyone using? I can say capital S, small f, if they are already using this, are using now. Shall I move to the
I'm trying
other?
to use it, sir, but cannot share it with you.
Okay, Rajalakshmi ma'am is trying to use it. Ishrat ma'am, it's very interesting. She used it already. It's great. Such a simple term. Great. Sudha ma'am has already shared. Sunita Rao ma'am also already shared a link. Like this, you can get links from all the 60 students in your WhatsApp drive. Copy all the links and put it on some Word document. Whomever you can send it to your principal. This is what I conducted. My students 60 just a minute sessions, all one minute, one student. Like that, you can share it, or you can ask CR to type everyone's name and their link of just a minute session. Like that, we can conduct English lab online. And you can use it for any other purpose. Hope you got it. Shall we jump to the next tool, hands-on tool? I'm crossing the limit. I can teach one more tool, I feel, where we don't need to log in and all type of stuff is needed. Simple tools. Shall I? Do I have a permission, ma'am? Thank you very much. Let me go ahead with simple tool, another one which we commonly use. This is all about Okaru. Then I'll go with my favorite, We'll Decide. We'll Decide. Before telling about We'll Decide, let me tell you, for example, we are in third year English lab. We are about to conduct a group discussion. We divided complete 60 sessions of the class or 30 people into 5. 3 or 5 groups we divided. Then we asked which group will perform first. Which group will perform, sir? All students heads down. Not we. We Indians won't go first. Somebody should go first, then we are next. Then we, the faculty, will get puzzled. Somebody should start, however, but we, the faculty, feel puzzled. Who will start, Ray? Somebody should come front. Then no, sir, I am not first. Somebody. Then what we do? We put cheats. Pick and come and pick. Whoever got one number, they will. Apart from that, we can use the simple tip. Or else sometimes we make a questionnaire. Sometimes we ask jam session also. The jam session, all 60 roll numbers you can upload at once. Decide wheel will decide, and it will tell what to do, who will do what. I'll show how to use this We'll Decide tool, simple tool. Simply click We'll Decide. You'll reach here. On Google, type We'll Decide, you'll reach on this screen. Click on the screen We'll Decide. It will take a while. Here you will reach. It will be like this. We'll decide everything. I'm here to make my own wheel. For example, who will give today's party? It may be, let me type here. Who will give today's party? Lakshmi ma'am will give, or Sudha ma'am, Ishrat ma'am will give, or myself.
Sir, can you come again, sir? Because there was a technical issue, so I couldn't get what you were telling about this wheel filter.
We'll decide is something like will decide who will perform first, or who will do what, or this question is for whom. It will decide. I ask one question, who will answer that question? Like will decide. For that, what you have to do is simply type we'll decide.com on Google, then you'll reach this screen. The screen will be like this. Here is the screen where you have to go at the completely at the bottom and enter the student's name. My question is, who will give today's, today's party? Okay, this is what the game we are playing at home. For example, I decided that Lakshmi madam will give, or Sudha madam give, Israt madam, or Anand sir we have. Anand sir or myself. Who will give today's party? This is what we decided. We are 5 members. Okay, apply it. Simply click on apply wheel changes. I have got wheel here now. With all the 5 names, Anand sir, Shafi sir, Lakshmi ma'am, Sudha ma'am, and Ishrat ma'am. Let us see who will do this. Click on the wheel. Finally, it is on Sudha ma'am. Congratulations. You have to give today's party. You can use this wheel, same wheel many times. Simply you can click on Sudha ma'am. Wheel will rotate again. It's again Ishrat ma'am. Like this, we can say team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, who will come and perform first. Or you can type 60 names of 60 students, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Simply apply. Like here, apply wheel changes and click on the wheel. Who them, for example, roll number 53. Please come and perform. We can use this in our ICS lab, Interactive Communication Skills Lab. I use it and students love it because they feel when the wheel rotates, they feel their heart is beating. My name, is it my name? Like that. In jam session, we can use this by typing different topics. Extempore, particularly, I use this one for 3rd year students where I ask them to speak on different topics. Students will write here topics like pollution, road accidents, junk food, today's education system, politics. Type, ask one student, roll number 1, come here. The student will come here and click on the wheel decide, and wheel will decide on which topic he should speak on spontaneously without any preparation. Like that, we can use this tool. Really, I love it. You too, hope you too love this tool. Is it very simple? No need to log in. Nothing is to be done. Thank you, Himabindu ma'am, Sindhuja ma'am. Shall I tell about one more tool, or I'm running behind the time? Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll tell about one more tool. Sunita ma'am, thank you. This is what we'll decide is definitely you can use anywhere in the family functions. For example, party is done, who will pay the bill? 10 people are there in the party, write 10 people name, click on the wheel decide, wheel will decide who will pay the bill. Such a simple tool we can use it everywhere. Let us go to the next tool. Next tool is all about voice. I have to share the screen, I'm sorry. Particularly we, English faculty, feel difficult to write. We rarely write on the board. We are not mathematics faculty that always take chalk piece and duster to the class. We don't. We rarely take. Sometimes we take textbook, something without anything, we take 3 hours of lab also. We hardly take chalk piece and duster. Sometimes, rarely, we write some words on the board. As our classes are interactive, we write. What do you think that most important for to improve English? For example, as you enter in the class, how can we improve English? We asked. Then students will tell, sir, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. Then we write it on the board. Okay, you did this, something. We write on the screen. How it, if some tool will do that one for us, and student write it in their mobile. In ICS lab, they are sitting and they write in the mobile that, sir, this is what. Somebody's, we enter in the class, we ask, students, what shall we do today? Somebody student will say, sir, activity. No, sir, we go to car lab. No, we go to ICS lab. No, we'll play some English games. These are all things we can write it on the board, on our PPT. Isn't it interesting? And the wonderful thing here is no need to log in, no need to enter, no email ID, nothing else. Simple tool it is. I'll share the screen for that. Hope screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Simply on Google type Answer Garden, ANSWERGARDEN. Simply type Answer Garden. Once you type Answer Garden, you'll get a screen like this. Select the first and the foremost one. You'll get like this interesting. You can see here, this is how your screen looks. We have to type a question. Let me show you a demo. Click on Create Answer Garden. My question is, where are you from? As HOD sir asked, please type your college name and where are you from place in brackets. We'll do the same thing. Where are you from? Question mark. This is what my today's topic is. My students will discuss on this and I will write everything on this board, how it happened. It is not a brainstorming activity, it's a classroom, it's not a moderator. What is the difference between all the three is, in brainstorm, you will include unlimited copies, means same student will send many answers. In classroom, one student will send one. In third, this is like for final year students, we are conducting same you can use, because final year students will send some dirty words they will write from their mobile, and it will be, if it is on the screen, it looks very dirty. So when I am with final year student, I use moderator, where I give permission, will this student's comment should be appear or not. Okay, and here is locked. When I receive everyone's answer, then I will upload it. Let me put a classroom, because we are an official group, something nasty cannot be typed. See here how many characters, 20 characters or 40 characters is up to me. And here is a password, it should be set by us only, 4, 5. I have typed a password as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Password should be told to our teammates because they too can log in. Next, mail ID, spam filter, we have to keep it off. Case, students will upload lowercase, it should be appear in lowercase only. Uppercase means only uppercase, no change. I kept no change because however they type, let it visible the same. And add local visibility. It will be visible for 1 day, 1 week, or it should be hidden. That's up to you. Here I clicked on Create Answer Garden. Here I have created an answer garden. Where are you from? For that, what you people have to do is, how would you answer? I have copied from the desktop. You can see here. Control C, I have typed. I have copied it from the desktop top. I'll put in a chat box. Here is my chat box. Control V. You can put it in your students' WhatsApp group. Please click on that and answer, where are you from? College name and place where your college is. Hope you can do it. In the chat box, link is there available in the chat box. Please click on the link and answer, where are you from? I'll type my answer. I am at my hometown now in Kurnool, because my college has given vacation for us, summer vacation. I'm in Kurnool. I'll type Kurnool and I'll submit it. Wow, I have got answers. See, some are from Spurti Engineering College. They are from Nadargul, Hyderabad. Hyderabad spelling is wrong. Some are from CIT College, Coimbatore, HITAM College, Hyderabad. I am from Kurnool. I did not write college name. I am from BVR IT Hyderabad, Mahatma MGIT, Reva University, Bangalore. This is how we can make our students. Simply you type and give it to the students link in the WhatsApp group, unofficial group. Then they will answer, what shall we do, students? What shall we do today? Instead of shouting, they'll click in their mobile phone itself what to do. See here, plus symbol is there. Second question you type. Write the question. Whatever you want. What makes you happy? It's given here. What makes you happy, it seems. Question mark. I'll go at the bottom directly without changing any settings. Here I'll put no change and I create. Once the answer garden is created, I'll copy this link. Control C. I'll put in the chat box. Let me see what makes you people happy really. Control V. Enter. Please click on the answer garden. What makes me happy? What should I write? What makes me happy? I wrote food. Let me see what makes you happy. Session like this, it seems for someone. Great. Let me see some more answers. Oh, okay, it has gone. Can I say some more answers? What makes you happy?
Sir, can I interrupt you?
Yes, madam. Traveling, practicing yoga for someone. Someone, sorry, ma'am. Any?
Yes. Sir, I just wanted to know, like that I wrote sessions like this makes me feel very happy. Today, I'm really very happy for the session. I learned so many things, though I was so interactive with my students, but this was all new for me. But sir, this question like answer garden, whatever questions you are typing, so whatever answer we are getting, we will not know who is writing the answer.
We can know it in, we can know it, but not in this. Let me show.
Okay, sir. Like if I ask questions from my
yes, true, ma'am. I understood what you're trying to say is, here we have moderate. I put it classroom.
Yes, sir.
If I put moderate, I can know which student commented what.
Right. Okay, sir.
Moderate.
By the names, right, sir?
We have locked also. We cannot allow someone's comments directly on the screen because they may write some dirty, nasty words, which are not supposed to be written on the screen. They write, tell some movie star names. They say some Pushpa dialogues. Something, they may write anything because they are the students. We cannot encourage. First year students, definitely they won't, but final year students, definitely they write something nasty. For that, we can use moderate or we can log. When I keep moderate, I can see who answered what.
Okay, thanks.
Here is a brainstorm. How we can see is, simply you put a cursor on the person, you can see it.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Simply you put a cursor on who spoke what, you can see. Simply put a cursor, it will show their ID, who commented what.
Right, sir.
Hope you love this tool.
Very much, sir.
Thank you.
Interesting, sir.
Thank you very much. Shall I go with one more last tool? Or am I running behind the time?
Do it, sir.
Thank you. I'll go with the last and the least tool. You love it really. Look, we, Department of the English people, are not from technical background. How much of CSE, EC faculty type without any typo errors, we cannot do it. For that, we need typing skills to be improved. If you type fast, being English department, we cannot make any typo error. So, and second thing is, sometimes if our luck is badly out, management will ask us to write a report to Inadu and some Sakshi, Telangana, Namaste Telangana also. Sir, please, Telugulo Rasi Vandi, we have to send it to the press report. Yesterday we had a college fest. Please write in Telugu also. It will be on our head again. So what I feel is, here we have a very nice tool. What you have to do for that is, Let me share the screen. We are done with answer pattern. Once you reach your mail ID like this, you'll reach here. This is my mail account. Here you can see 9 dots. Here you have 9 dots. Click on 9 dots. You'll reach like this. Simply go to drive. If you click on drive, you can reach your drive where you have all your personal photos, everything what all you have to keep in drive. Or else you can go directly here. You have Google Docs. Click on Google Docs. I have just did it. Once you reach Google Docs, take a blank document. Okay, here I reach blank document, newborn, whatever new come, what we do, we name it. Here I name it as HITAM. Demo purpose I am using is HITAM demo. I named it. Okay, I already have Grammarly on it. It's already came. It's linking here. Okay. See how easily you can do, you can type, almost it is 85% accurate, not 100%, not even 90%. It's only 85% accurate. If you have very, very good quality mic and good internet, it is 95% accurate. It's quality mic and with your voice also should be good. What you have to do is simply, here you have tools, click on tools, and voice typing. Click on voice typing and click here. Whatever you type, you will get it on the screen typed anonymously. It is such a simple tool where you can type nearly 500 words per minute. I don't think so that there is any tool which can type this much faster. Isn't it interesting? And the very, very, very loving thing I love about it is, being my mother tongue Urdu, I cannot write Urdu at all. Most of the people who can, they cannot write in Urdu at all. But let me show you, I cannot write Telugu either. Let me show you how you can type in Telugu also. Telugu will be written in Telugu itself here. It will be at the bottom somewhere else. We have got different types of Urdu and Arabic. Here we have got Hindi, and here is our state language Telugu. Now I will show you how to type in Telugu. I selected Telugu. Simply click here. నేను ఈ రోజు మీకు తెలుగులో ఎలా టైప్ చేయాలో చెప్పబోతున్నాను. ఇది చాలా సులువు. ఒక్కసారిగా మీరు గూగుల్ డాక్స్ మీద చేయొచ్చు. Isn't it very interesting? I have typed something in Telugu which I cannot do at all. If you ask me to read it, I may not read it, neither I can edit it, because I don't know how to type again. It's such a simple, very simple tool. Here what all we can do is, we can type with our voice. We can type in any other language, more than 40s, 50s of languages all across the world. You can type in Hindi, everything. Simply go to the tools, voice typing. You'll get here, click on this, select language here, and type, copy, paste, and send and share. For students' point of view, how we can use it, ask students to bring different type of information. You go on this, take a blank document, share. Click on share. It is loading. It is restricted here. I'll change the settings. Anyone with link. They are not viewers, they are editors. Okay. Then I copy the link I'm done with the link. Then what I do, let me cancel it. I'll come to the chat box. Great, Sanjeev sir. So apart from this, I have got the link here. Now everyone in this webinar can write here. Please click on the link and you can write how are these tools useful, how you are using. Simply write one. See, anonymous, it seems somebody started writing. Let me see who is writing that. Everyone will get one color. Simply click on it and write it. We can see it on the screen. Like somebody has written tool. These tools are like that. You can give a students this one. Please make your own write-up. Do this project work. 5 students. Share the link with 5 students. They will do it. Somebody started writing by clicking on that link. Others also can write. And you can edit it either, including you can edit it here. And the best thing here is, let me show you, very simple. Somebody wrote it. You can see their name. I copied it. I want it to be translated into other language. Translate the document. Choose the language. I want it to be translated into. All languages are not available here. I want it translated into Telugu. I click to Telugu. Translate. It get translated. Opening new document. Adbhutamainadi, something it's there. I cannot. Like that, you can translate what your student has written or what others has done. That's all about Google. This can be used for voice typing in any language and in to give a project to the students and translate it into any other language. Hope that's all I can do because of time limit. Hope you have loved this and it was really interesting, I feel.
Yeah, it was interesting, sir. We thank you on behalf of HITAM and the ICT tools in language teaching classes for ICS, ELCS activity or in the classroom. You have briefly explained us about LSRW last session, which was about writing, where the student also can participate in writing. And you also told about the Vocaro, the app where, and also Wheel Decide. It was funny and also interesting paralleling. And Byte table was also good, and ice cream was just like a word, but it is so simple and can be downloaded. You have suggested it. And then video scribe is also another tool which you have introduced us. And we are very happy that the total information, whatever you have told, are useful in academics and can be implemented in the classrooms. Few of them we are using them, but we don't know many which were brainstormed to us. And we are happy that you have accepted our invitation and also has given so good information to all those faculties. And also we all are benefited with this information what you have given. Thank you, sir. Over to Ishrat, ma'am. I request all of you to please go with your feedback form. And I also request the participant, if you have any queries regarding this session, you can ask.
Rajalakshmi, can I speak for a minute?
Why not? Sure, it's pleasure. You can.
Yeah. Is it audible, my voice?
Little bit louder, sir.
Quite audible, sir.
Is it audible now? I think there's a problem.
Yes, Madan sir, you are audible, please.
Audible.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Shafi, this is an excellent addition to what we have been conceiving as some new ideas to handle students. I think engage students. I don't know, I should use handle. I think it's engaging students. But I was only looking at what could be the entertainment perspective of the students on this. How many students would conceive this as an entertainment than an engagement? Any idea?
in spite of using daily chalk and talk, if you this entertainment type of like beatable is one type of entertainment. Hot potatoes is a game, or it's like a quiz. It's a quiz particularly where students love it. They see their photos on the screen. They climbing a mountain on the screen. They really love it. In spite of giving, for example, we divide. We are conducting a quiz. We divided complete class into 3 A, B, C, and said that your team is this, your team is this. You got 1 point, you got 2 points, you got 5 points. They don't love it that much. We say that this character is yours. You are building a house. How many points you get? That much house. Like nowadays, Google Pay, we are getting a house built. Like that, your castle is built. If you get these many points, they love it. They like it.
Yeah, to engage a second year, third year students, you suggest that this could be helpful in their mind management, outlook management, we call it actually.
Could you please be more clear, sir?
Yeah, see, as you know, this could be really helpful in the first year. Okay, first year students are a little more amenable for these things actually, but if you look at the later years, like second and third years, do you think these tools can be seriousness builders, or they'll be just casual tools actually? How do you conceive it?
If I understood, sir, what you are trying to say is these tools, it is not like we know the tool, we will implement it. We have grocery, we will cook it. It's not like that. We have to plan where we have to implement what. It's not like a tick mark activity. Okay, I have a tool, I will use it. We have to plan that where exactly I can use this tool for. For example, in third year, we don't have jam session, we don't have group discussion. Whereas we have something like debate session, where students should come forward and choose the topic. Like we have topics, 5 topics we have for debate. We can use answer wheel to give each person each topic to each team at least.
Okay.
Some of the tools like editing, students will got their resume. For example, final year students, let us consider final year students, they'll come up with a resume, or they'll come up with what we call it, they want to go abroad, they got some write-up that, sir, my write-up is this about myself, I'm going abroad, I have written this. Please edit it. What all editing we do, they may not like it sometimes. And English faculty, particularly English faculty, they are not aware of some technical terms should be used or not. Technical vocabulary, particularly some words which students use in their project descriptions.
Okay.
So what I feel is we can use Google Forms for final year students to edit their resumes and their write-up. They'll understand what all sir has edited, and they should consider it or they should not consider it. It's there in their hand. What in one line I can say is resources are many, resourcefulness to be improved. There are many resources available on online, and we should get resourcefulness, how to implement it. Hope I answered your question, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. In fact, my colleague Anand is there in the same session. In fact, we have been brainstorming on various activities which can be, thought differently. So probably your session has helped us a little more to, build that gaps, whatever we are planning. And thank you for that, Shafi, and have a nice day in Kurnool. I think it's hot now there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Is it hot in Kurnool?
Too much. It is too much piping heat here.
Anyway, I am also from Kurnool. Okay. Okay then. Thank you,
sir.
Shafi.
Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you, sir. Really, on this platform.
Okay. Well, Sapila sir, you have given a nice session for enhancing the language as well as utilization of ICT tools for student community as well as for us also. So I thank personally to you. And dear participants, I want to remember that we have the session tomorrow. So I request everyone to join by 9:30 sharp. And we have one more interesting session with some other resource person. And I request, and some of you have posted that the feedback form says that it is already submitted. If it shows like that, please ignore. So don't bother about it, right? Thank you so much. Thank you one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
shall I end the meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
you can,
Yes,
you
sir.
can. Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye. Thank